Tom Owen, KTM North America, out here with TransWorld at Paula today. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the 2014 KTM 450SX-F. They did a lot of revisions this year. Starting on the front of the motorcycle, they've revalved the forks. They were looking for a little less dive, a little less movement out of the forks in the initial travel. Same spring rates, 5.0. The front brake, we got 1 millimeter smaller master piston in the master cylinder. We got a new front brake lever with a more progressive, powerful progressive ratio on the lever. New in-mold graphics for 2014 based off the race team stuff a little bit. New gas cap, it's a little bit lighter. The threads engage about 1 turn more. Inside the motor for 2014, they did a lot of little stuff. They did a new profile on the gears, and they did a new process of finishing it, which is supposed to help on shifting and durability. We've got the center cases now without the Kickstarter boss like the factory edition. And it has the 30 Newton meter stronger clutch spring in it. Shock linkage hasn't changed from last year. They strengthened where the chain guide goes onto the swing arm. They strengthened the bosses, and then they made the chain guide so it isn't so as stiff as the old one. So it'll flex a little bit in ruts if you're hitting rocks, and then it's around 1 pound lighter. Dunlap, the MX51s come on the bike, the 51 FA on the front, standard XL rims, twin air filter, Brembo brakes, a lot of the features we've always had. So that's it in a nutshell.
Brendan Lutz here. We're out here today at Paula Raceway testing out the new 2014 KTM 450SX-F. For 2014, KTM didn't really do too many major changes to the bike, kind of like the 250 that we've already tested. They did some refinements to it, new swing arm, new fork valving, some new changes to the EFI, all to kind of advance the bike and advance the performance of it. Changes to the EFI, they worked a little bit on throttle response, but still maintaining a level of rideability that the average guy can handle on this bike. Out on the track, I was very impressed with it. The throttle response is excellent. It just continues to pull from the bottom all the way to the top. Didn't really have any complaints or any flat spots. I think with this bike, its strongest attribute is easily its motor and the throttle response, and just how powerful it is. But once I got used to it, it was a bike that was manageable and I could ride it. This year is no different. The forks and shock, they updated the fork settings, and the bike is very plush. It handles well down fast straightaways, soaks up bumps. One of the things that I really liked about the bike was that it cornered very well. I could just lay it into the ruts and the corners out here today. Paula has a lot of loamy berms that were a lot of fun on this bike, combined with the power plant and its excellent handling. It worked great for me. One minor complaint that I did have though is that I felt that the forks rebounded a bit too fast for me. Landing off big jumps, it just spring back really fast, but I slowed the rebound down 2 clicks and initially tried stiffening it up a little with the compression, but found that gave the bike a harsh feeling on some of the small stutter bumps out there. So backed that off, but left the rebound 2 clicks slower, and it helped a lot with it rebounding too fast for me when I land off jumps. Yeah, electric start too, can't really complain about that. Just push it and go. So there you guys have it, new KTM 450SX-F. Obviously this is only our first day on the bike, so we have quite a bit more testing to do, more riding, gonna take it to some other tracks, probably play around with the forks and shock a bit more, put some pipes on. You guys know the drill. But check out an upcoming issue of TransWorld Motocross to find out exactly what we think about this bike.